Good afternoon, everyone. Last day of June, first day of July. Thunderstorms bring snow into Canada. Purple and pink lightning looping back in on itself. Fish raining down in Ethiopia. Going to take a deeper look into this story. This follows on top of the earthworms raining down on the glaciers in Norway. Video of immense swarms of locusts coming in Russia. Kelkea Glacier, the before and after photos. But now they've stopped doing that kind of array because the glacier is now not retreating, so we just get close-ups from this point forward. So any of these timeline series that you see, you won't have those anymore. A nice map here showing you abrupt climate change 5,200 years ago. Just goes to show that our climate oscillates. June 30th, southern Alberta, thunderstorms bring lightning, hail, and snow. Also accompanying pink and purple lightning that's looping back in on itself. Area on the map here so you can get a gauge of where the event happened. Western Canada, a look at the average high and low temperatures for Jumping Pond. Completely out of the norm for this time of the year. Rainfall does fit right within that band, so you would expect thunderstorms. And doing that research, pulled up the Trans-Canada Highway Bridge, pulled apart because of cold early in the year. Engineers had to figure out why there was expansion during the cold that pulled this bridge almost 6 feet apart. Here it is on the map. A look at the wheat growing areas. So when it does get colder up there, all this production is going to go offline as we get deeper into this new grand solar minimum. So if the IPCC was around during the Neanderthals with the cave paintings, they also would have blamed the end of the glaciation on humans as well. Must be our fault. Unusually large swarms of locusts attacking Russian crops. Driving down the road, this is what the swarm size actually looked like. Getting closer into it, look at the number of locusts that are just eating everything in their path. When they went through, it was just a stripped mess. A bit closer up here so you can see the exact type of species that's moving through the region there. Apparently after they all died, Russians churned them up and turned them into animal food. Strange story about fish raining down in Ethiopia. Digging further into the story, it appears that these buildings are actually in Thailand. In the videos coming out of people picking up fish off the streets, the size of the fish, and then scholars coming out and talking about ocean currents and winds are heavier than usual because of global warming and pulling fish out of the ocean. Yet when you look here, there's no fish on the sidewalk. So if it was really raining fish, you would expect there'd be fish on the sidewalk as well. I'm calling fail on this one. I don't believe this story at all. But earlier in the year, earthworms rained down on the glaciers in Norway. I'll pick this one up and say it was a true event. Looking back in time, when you see different types of creatures, frogs, fish, or worms raining out of the sky, 79 AD, I do have the solar diagram for that. Notice the planetary lineup in the parallel pattern. Showers of minnows coming down in the 1850s. Notice the planetary alignments in that parallel pattern during that time as well. And then we look at 2024. So the call would be, looking back in the past, to expect some sort of anomalous event where fish, frogs, worms will rain out of the sky just because we're repeating another pattern. Jumping over to Kelkea ice cap in the Peruvian Andes, global warming crowd loves these before and after pictures to show you the retreat of the glaciers. 1978, 2008. But wait, this is the 2012 picture. The glacier is no longer retreating. So what did they do now to mask that it's no longer retreating? It's all close-ups. And I love how in some of the presentation they put this same glacier in the Himalayas to try to say, oh, the Himalayas are melting, but it's the exact same glacier pictures. All those images you're seeing are only coming from the area in the orange box. Why are they not going a little bit further up to the entire ice cap? Looking back at the Earth's climate, 5,200 years ago, abrupt climate change anywhere you see those black stars. In the same batch of research, they found alpaca moss under the ice, so it shows that the climate was warmer where moss could grow at the time. But look how much ice that was under when they found it as it retreated a little bit. Now if we take a look back through 5 different locations in South America, you'll see that during the medieval warm period, it was far warmer, so of course there would be less ice. During the Little Ice Age, it dipped in temperature across all of these areas that you see right here on the map. If it's going to be getting cooler, you would expect glaciers to stop melting right now and go flat or start increasing just based on past climate patterns. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. Something strange is afoot at the Circle K.